Hello and welcome back to Daily FMC. Today I got 21 and the scramble was really nice because it was a 4 flip on every single axis. So I had a lot of 4 move EOs to work off of and 1 3 move EO. And that 3 move EO I ended up using. I started on FB on normal and my bad edges are here, 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 and here. So when they are in this kind of position, you can't get a 3 move EO or a 4 move EO. It's only, the optimal is a 5 move EO on normal. So what I tried to do was, I tried B and F because those moves orient too bad, but unorients too good. So that kind of swaps the bad edges. And then from there, I traced where the bad edges would land after I switch. So in this case, I did an F. Now my bad edges are here, 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 and here. And this one's gonna be here. This one's gonna go here. This one here. This one there. That means it's only 2 more moves to EO on inverse if I switch after DF. So I did that. And then here on inverse, I noticed, as I predicted, it's only 2 more moves to EO to give me a 3 move EO. And then if I do that, I noticed that if I just do R prime, that reduces to HCR minus 2E4C on U and D. And it's a little lucky because I already have this much of the trigger made already. So I only have to connect the corner that belongs here to the bar. And that's actually here. So what I can do to connect this corner to this DR shape is I can do a U prime F2, but that's not good because my E slice edge ends up being here. And what you want to do for 2E4C is have the not DR E slice edge be connected to the lone corner on the top. So instead of doing that, I did U D2. And here, if I do a B2, that actually moves this E slice edge from here to here while connecting this corner to the top DR shape. And then here, it's only 1 more move to the trigger, where I can just do either LU to L prime or RB to R prime. I recommend writing down both, especially if the corners are good, because sometimes you forget that you have the variation. But here, I noticed that the corners were pretty good because if I just do something like this, I can solve all corners. So here I can see if I can do HCR. So I did a Z prime, and then I saw that it's already set up to HCR minus 2E4C. So here I switched. So I did HCR on normal. And instead of this F, if I ended EO in F prime, I would have this much of the HCR trigger already made. So I did that. And then from here, if I just do R2 and then B2, R2 and then F2, that sets up to the HCR trigger. And then I can just do the trigger from here, D prime, R2, D prime. And then here I noticed that I had this square already made. And I tried to make another square on bottom. So if I just do B2, that makes this square. And then from here, I can just keep block building. If I do a D2, that puts these 2 squares in sort of like a fake 2x2x3. And then if I do L2, that makes these sort of a bunch of blocks. And then from here, there is an obvious finish where I can do U2, D2, and then F2, R2. So that was a 7-move finish, but this R2 ended up canceling with my DR trigger, so that ended up being a 6-move finish off of a 16-move HDR. But then in the middle of the HDR finish, I noticed this U2 D2, so I tried to slice that, and then what I saw was in between this U2 D2 and this D prime, my DR moves are R2, B2, and then L2. And that sequence of moves actually keeps the E-slice edges in the same order. And if a sequence of DR moves keep the E-slice edges in the same order, you can actually insert slices in the front of the sequence and at the end of the sequence to try to cancel moves. And in this case, if I insert E2s, then this E2 just gets rid of this whole U2D2 thing. And if I insert E2 here, that cancels one with this D prime. And that ends up reducing the solution by 1 move to give me a 21. So when I see stuff like this, I don't actually insert this in my final solution. I just undo these moves and then find the new solution from here. In this case, I know I'm inserting an E2, so instead of doing a D prime, I would just do DU2 and then solve the Q from here. So L2, D prime, F2, D2, R2. So I would just do a move replacement, but that was my 21, and thank you for watching.